What's up? So typical yesterday recap. We spent all night getting the GTI engine back together thanks to my buddy Alex. It's a full long block now. It's almost done. There's a few things we need left to finish to get it in the car, and that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. I spent all morning trying to source all the parts I need for it. I had to take the trans off, take the flywheel off, because we have to do the rear main seal, and I'm gonna put it all back together and get it ready to put in the car. But in the meantime, I have a few hours to kill. So I talked to Kenny and I figured we'd use this free time to start pulling the engine on the S14. How ready are you right now?
So ready.
Okay, we should get
ready.
Dunkin' Donuts first.
Yes, please.
It's early November. I'm in a t-shirt, I'm drinking coffee. You really can't get better than this. You really can't. All right, Kenny, before we take any dang bolts off this car, we have to clean the spot, because we're gonna lose stuff. Right here. No, look at this.
What if we just remember where we put things?
Not gonna happen.
We could tape everything together.
Since they will potentially be apart for a few days, we gotta find a clean spot. Don't take cars apart in messy areas, because you're gonna lose everything, guys. You're gonna lose track, so. Just throw it here. See how nice is that?
So many things. Not enough affection as a kid. Let's put it over here somewhere.
First time under this thing. It's actually, look how clean this thing is.
It's so beautiful.
It's got a half decent, I mean, it has a stainless exhaust, that's all I'm gonna say. And it has a flex pipe, so it's not that bad. Dude, it's for an S14, this thing is spotless.
We're gonna ruin this car.
It's got solid subframe bushings, which I guess is a good thing, I don't know.
This car is a work of art.
It's got a one-piece drive shaft, which is sick. It's got a new trans mount, that's good. Has all the cross member bolts, which is rare. Now being underneath this car, feel way better about the purchase. Not that I ever felt bad about the purchase, but I mean, these usually rot out on S14s. Oh, this looks. Worst part of the whole engine swap: fluids and the trading fluid. This is my first time pulling a 240 engine on the lift, and man, way nicer. So everything underneath is all set, and that's always the annoying stuff. So the fact we were able to bang it out so quickly, so easily, is beautiful. I mean, this car, even though it does look pretty crusty, it's in really good condition. So we haven't had any seized bolts. There's really no rust on it, which is really surprising. So it's going very smoothly.
Some of the bolts weren't actually held in at all.
Yeah, so like the lack of bolts too makes it help. So now all we have left, power steering, all the coolant stuff, vacuum lines, and a bunch of wire connectors, and we're gonna take the harness off the motor and just kind of flip it over. We're not gonna take it off with the engine, and yeah, so let's just time lapse this and go from there. Hooked up, ready to go. Oh, we never pulled the shifter.
God damn it, Jimmy.
That would have been bad. That would have been bad. Shifter's out. We're good to go. Kenny, you dropping the trans?
I'm dying. It's beautiful. Cool. Look at this shit fall.
Cue the time lapse. Guys, there we have it. One turbo KA that no longer lives. Now that we have it apart, the engine's actually pretty clean for what it is. It's just like all that half spray painted stuff that makes it look kind of like janky, but. So the KA we actually found is out of an S13, which means we kind of have to swap almost everything over. Now the S13 KA internally is basically exactly the same, but the S14 has a different distributor, different valve cover, different intake. I don't know what other accessories are different, but just like the randomish stuff. So basically I have to swap everything over from this long block to the other long block when we pick it up. Everything on the engine is actually pretty good. It looks like it's a brand new alternator. We're gonna have to do an oil change and brand new gaskets for like the intake and stuff, and we should be good just to throw it back in just like that. We have to tap the S13 oil pan or swap this oil pan over with a turbo drain on it, and that's about it. Next, of course, the best part is we're gonna wheel the car out and actually power wash the engine bay, because it is a very nice engine bay. It does have some like stupid spray paint or Por 15 to help with the rust, but it's really, really filthy, and obviously because it was leaking 7 quarts of oil per mile. So Kenny happens to have a steam power washer, so that's gonna be really cool. I'm excited. The subframe's gonna look brand new. It always does. My first time using like a heated power washer, I'm more excited than I possibly should be.
This is gonna be your last time using a normal pressure washer.
Drew, you'd be so jealous. Holy, dude, this thing's serious.
2 hands.
All right, let's go. Straight to the subframe. This thing's amazing.
The flex is real there.
Weird flex, but okay. This thing is amazing. What's up, Steffi? I want to see you use this thing.
Is it gonna shoot me back like a shotgun?
Only touch the plastic. The metal's hot.
Oh my god! This is fun.
You're gonna blast the paint off. So we have an hour to kill, like a half hour to kill, right?
Yeah.
Until Alex is ready to come help me, and Kenny has to go see a movie. Or he wants to go see a movie.
No,
Don't
you need
stop
to.
prying.
No, just you gotta pry, and when it comes, it comes.
We're gonna see what kind of clutch is in this thing. He said it was something.
He said it was sick.
Stage 8.
Yeah, he said it was the best clutch he's ever seen.
I think it should be fully separate. Oh, there's just mad weight on it. Check the thing out. What the? There we go.
I don't know what that is, but it looks sick.
I mean,
It looks brand new.
it looks, yeah, brand new. Sick as heck. Now it's time to take off all the accessories off the long block and taking all. Kenny's doing the annoying side, but I got the turbo manifold off. Should just. Oh, there we go. So this is all you need right here to make a KA not slow. Just hunk of metal right here. But it's pretty nice. For most of the build, the previous owner used stainless hardware on everything. So taking every bolt off has been amazing because nothing's been rusted. So shout out to the old owner for hooking up with all the stainless hardware. You're the true MVP because made my life a lot easier. I appreciate you, Heavy. And since we're switching to a S13 KA, we actually need the S14 distributor. So you can just take that. This thing looks brand new too. Nice. Let's see if we can get this piece up. God, there's so much shit in the S14 one.
Get mad.
There we go. Okay, so we're still locked in with a bunch of coolant hoses. It is a clusterfuck underneath these intakes. So we gotta pull this line off. There it is. It's all yours. Held together by a couple zip ties.
Really poorly painted too.
I know, we're gonna take the paint off. It is officially a barrel long block with the power steering pump and alternator. So that's all the accessories that we need to transfer onto the S13 KA. We might have to do the alternator because the plug might be different, but don't quote me on that.
Brand new.
Really brand new, so we're definitely gonna do it. And we also need this oil tree, or this oil tee, for the oil feed on the turbo, and that's about it. It's a shame though, because this engine was really nice at one point. Block is fully painted, the guy really cared. He must have had everything spray painted and just power washed and got it all crappy, but the valves are literally brand new. That's a shame, it really is.
It really didn't like the boost.
No, it did not. Quit harassing him.
He brought the toy to me. He wants to play.
All right, guys, so it's that time of night that we're getting back on the GTI engine. Got to finish it up. Got a few things to do, and the first thing we got to do is the rear main seal. Now, I guess it's super common with these. The PCV system backs up, creates a lot of crankcase pressure, blows out the rear main seal. That and the fact the rear main seal is literally made of the thinnest thing I've ever seen in my life. So it's a stamped piece of metal and uses a piece of Teflon. Look at it. Yeah, so perfect time to change it. And Alex has put me on to this really crazy billet one, which I don't even know where I put it. Right here. So this will be replacing that stamped piece of steel. And we have a new rear main seal right here, which should probably be like the double. Yeah, this looks like every other rear main seal now. And there you go, way beefier. So I quickly just threw this on to get this over with. So I'm gonna let the RTV cure a little bit more, torque it down, and then just throw the trans on. Alex just went and took the time and replaced all my injector seals. My injectors are looking brand new, and I don't have to worry about those, which is awesome. He had to use some crazy tools to get that to seat, so I would have never known to do that. So So here's the fun part, shoving the tranny back on, and this thing is probably a solid chunk of metal, so it is not light. Wow, okay, this is heavier than I remember.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Perfect. That was a lot easier than expected. Yeah.
All right, so the manifold was about to go on, and of course, I lost something that's pretty important, and that is the runner flaps. There's actually like this guide that slips into the head that splits the inlet of the cylinder. I don't know why. Is that for the direct injected stuff, or?
It's for cold starts and fuel economy stuff.
Okay. So I lost them, and without them, your car runs like shit, especially on a stock map. So hopefully Alex has a few around his shop we could throw in. If not, they can't be that expensive.
I have some.
So I don't know, it's Volkswagen, so it might be. But so we're gonna hold off putting the intake on. Luckily, that's like the easy last part to do. So now we're gonna seat the valve cover fully with the new sealant, get the fuel pump on, other accessories, and what else? Other plastic parts over there. So artwork. Very impressed. So this is the $100 Volkswagen RTV. God bless. Beautiful. Got the PCV system in here. All this is just one giant check valve. This big hunk of plastic.
A very important one.
Very important one. All right, so me and Alex just decided to go ham and finish up the last of the random stuff we had laying around, and it looks pretty complete now. I mean, this motor is absolutely hideous. Like, what happened? The exhaust manifold on, the accessories on, PCV stuff done. There's a few coolant lines I have to finish up. And then tomorrow I have to get those stupid flaps for the intake runners and throw the intake on. And then we could start pulling the wire harness out of the GTI, putting it on, and then getting ready to push back up into the GTI. Alex just headed home for the night because we should be all set for now, and there it is. So, of course, guys, I can't thank Alex enough. He helped me out so much. I honestly probably would be going insane without him. But look at it. I mean, it's the engine again. I can't be more grateful. Of course, if you're Volkswagen guys, check out his Instagram. Put it right here. He is a partner in a shop down in Milford, Connecticut, where they do all performance stuff for anything Volkswagen related, Porsche, Audi, anything. So check it out. Check it out. Best Volkswagen mechanic I could ever imagine, and he'll get you right. So I'm gonna end it there because I'm exhausted. It's late. I worked on 2 engines today, and we're good to go. So excited for more progress on the GTI and the S14, and everything else we got going on down here. I mean, turbo kit for the Miata comes in soon, so stay tuned. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.